Hey everybody, Camper Van Kevin here. How are y'all doing today? Me? Well, there's nobody in the chat right now. Why? Because I didn't tell anybody I was going to do one. I just got on here. So while we wait for people to see this coming, let me do a little advertising. This will come out on the net and people will start to come into the chat room. Give me a second here. I want to thank RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring today's video. I've got their mattresses in my camper van, my Class C Bigfoot RV, and my tiny house here. Do you need a mattress for your home or RV? Then go to rvmattress.com/CamperVanKevin. Use the coupon code CamperVanKevin to get this month 35% off your purchase. They also have specials on their pillows, sheets, blankets, and more. All right. Now, back to our video. Say bye, Tucker. Bye, Tucker. Hey, Dexter. You gonna say bye? We're working on it. Bye, everybody. I don't know about y'all. That was pretty good, but I like the one where Tucker rolls over on his belly. You can't plan all those moments. Okay, Dexter. Dexter says hello. Yep. He saw a dog this morning. We had a dog that got up in the yard and he saw it out the window. He's been upset all day ever since. So hey buddy. All right. Got a lot of people in the show. Well, hey Troy. Let's see here. I'd like to add you as a moderator. That all right? Hey, Darcy, would you like to be a moderator, please? Let's put you on here. I know you're panicking, but Darcy and Troy can do everything. You guys survived the eclipse, as you can tell. I've got my, it's really hard to wrap a whole hat in tinfoil. So we're going to go with my tinfoil Carhartt hat. You guys survived. All right. So, yeah, we got Darcy. I guess Paul's there with you. Love the hat. I'll tell you, Carhartt ought to look into this, right? So the world did not come to an end, at least not here. Well, we got somebody in Dahlonega, Georgia. Dahlonega, Georgia, are you still there? You still have the pollen. The world didn't end in Georgia. That's good. I got some good friends there. Underdog, Florida. What is a moderator? Moderator kicks out people that are being a butt in the comment section that say nasty, hateful things, foul language, that kind of stuff. We don't put up with it around here. Troy says, I feel honored. Well, you're a good guy, Troy. You're a good guy for the job. Menorah says, it hadn't ended there. Where are you at, Menorah? D says, I didn't think about the tinfoil. Well, D, you got to have a backup to a backup to a backup. An online bouncer. Ohio made it. All right, I like Ohio. Florida continues. Georgia's still there. I hear that you do have a pollen problem there. The CERN collider didn't stop the pollen. Rome, Georgia survived. I will try better, Kevin. North Carolina made it. Everybody checking in. I'm at the center of the universe here in Concho, Arizona. We're checking in to see how the rest of the world is faring. Barbara says she had a baby eclipse here. North Dakota survived. All right, all right. Yeah, I know about Arizona because Oklahoma made it. Did anybody else experience equilibrium problems? South Carolina made it. Kansas here. Doggone, we're going to end up with most of the United States. Michigan is here. Iowa, Indiana, still kicking. Niagara Falls, Canada. Are you telling me everybody in the United States still made it? Full eclipse in Mountain View, Arkansas. Arkansas is here. Yep, Chicago. You're still going to see if y'all can survive Chicago. El Salvador, California, Yuma. All right, all right. Well, Skynet didn't get us. I mean, the eclipse didn't get us. Everybody's checking in. Yep, Darcy, Troy, anybody gets on here and they say something, you know, people want to speak their mind, that's fine, but they want to use vulgar language or be nasty about it, kick them out the door. We don't have time. We ain't got time for that. LA. So, but you know, you never know, right? Did the X cross the United States? Someone said, I told like where it crossed, it was in a city called Rapture. And this lady, she just crawled me down one side the other in the comment section. Said, I live near there. There's no town called Rapture. I was like, well, maybe that one's not real, but the one that's coming is. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm not gonna hit you in the head with the Bible. But come to Rapture, I'm out of here. I got a better place to be. Strange fact, my pond lost about 8 inches of water. Another nothing burger. Well, hey, Paul. Paul survived it. All right, all right. Let's see. Well, I remember I consider myself awake, not woke. No, I'm not woke. You want to be woke, be woke. I'm awake. And I'd say about 80% of the conspiracy theories that I've studied since 1999, when things just didn't make sense to me anymore, the news didn't make sense, nothing made sense. Y2K, just all kind of crazy. I say about 80% of that stuff's come true in the last 25 years. Don't have to believe. D says, I hope to be in the rapture with you. I'm out of here. The eclipse. Y2K, it's kind of itches. I had just built a house, a 2-story house. I had a big 28 by 35 shop. I had a basement. My dad had planted a vineyard behind my house, and I had I had plenty of stuff stocked for the Y2K, but the computers kept going. Yep. Martin one says, I'm awake too, Kevin. She made a little short video about me the other day. I hope you saw my comment. I found it by accident. I said hello. Dexter made it. All the babies made it. So what did I do today? Well, like in that video I talked about this morning, I went to the chiropractor. Now, I owe my chiropractor I already did. I apologized to him when he walked in the room. I said, listen, before you say anything, and he's not a man of many words. I am. Chiropractor's not. Nice guy, but he don't have a whole lot to say. He stepped in the room, shut the door. He said, hey, Kevin. I said, sir, I owe you an apology. He says, what did you do? I'm like, did you jump? He's half cat. This is what happens when you raise a Yorkie with a kitty cat and a Rottweiler. I was like, I came to your office, and I've been to a bunch of chiropractors, okay? I'll sit you right here. I've been to a bunch of chiropractors, and they put you in the TENS unit. They hook up the electrodes to your back. They put you on the bed with the rollers. They put the vibrating things on you. They crack every bone in on your body, right? At least the ones that I've had, and I've had some good ones. I'm not putting these guys down. My chiropractor's back in Georgia. I'd step in front of a bullet in the train to help them. But I went to this guy, and he laid me down flat on the table, and he put his hands on my back, and he felt around. I'm sorry, I can't read the comments right this second, but I will read them after the video. He felt around, and boy, he put his fingers. I got 2 spots that are real bad. I said, yeah, that's it. He pushed one, and one leg, sciatica went. Pushed the other leg, sciatica went. He said, all right, roll over and face me. Crunch on my leg and my hip. He said, roll over. Crunch. He said, there you go. I'm sitting there waiting for the royal treatment, right? Getting all that other stuff. He said, I don't have time to do the acupuncture today. He said, reschedule that. Walked out the door. I was like, well, $45 for that? And I got up, and I was like, well, okay. You know, it's not what he did, it's the results, right? Over the next 2 or 3 days, I really started feeling, let's get this boy in. I got to feeling better. And anyway, I almost canceled my acupuncture today. I was feeling so much better. And but I went anyway because I was just real curious if it would hurt or not. So and also I woke up. I had pulled my shoulder really good. Doesn't happen very often, but every now and then I'll pull it. And I just had pulled it. I said, well, if nothing else, I'll get the acupuncture for that. So I apologized to him. I said, because what you did worked. I said, I feel pretty darn good. My other chiropractors, they would put me, get me lined up, but I'd drive home and I'd feel it come out. I mean, I wouldn't be no more adjusted for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, and I would fall out of adjustment. Well, it's been 4 days, 5 days since I saw the chiropractor. And I went in today to get the acupuncture. He said, it's time to throw some darts at you. I said, that's fine. I said, can you tell me if I'm still in adjustment? If I'm still in adjustment. He said, well, let me see. And he took about a minute sitting there feeling my back. He said, Kevin, you're pretty good. I said, it didn't come out. He said, no. He said, you know what? Just the smallest itty bitty amount. He's like, roll over on your left side, crunch. Then he threw the electrodes on me. And anyway, he told me when he took the little things out of my back and shoulder, he said, I didn't want to do it the same day. He said, I really had time to do it, but I just didn't want to do it the same day because I wanted to see the results without. And so long story short, the acupuncture was today. My shoulder feels better. My lower back feels better. 45 on insurance for the adjustment. 60 if you pay cash, or 50 if you pay cash. And the acupuncture was 25. So well worth it. Hey, everybody. Now, okay, sitting here reading all the comments. You have a Yorkie poo. Darcy Shoemaker, I love that. Love my hat. Right, I might start something here, right? Get a chrome thing and put a round Camper Van Kevin logo here with me holding the 4 dogs. I got to take the 3 dogs out of the center of my logo and put the 4 dogs, and maybe do something like that. Yes, Roger, that is tinfoil on my hat. I would have done the whole hat. I tried the whole hat. It wouldn't stay on, but it stuck on the bill, so we're going to go with that. Chaos Divers, hello. Let's read some of the comments here. Any thoughts on doing a new sticker with all the 4 babies, says the Wisco Life. Hello, we got 355 people here. Would you guys do me a favor? Would you just take a second? If you're not on a TV, and just hit the thumbs up. YouTube algorithm is, I am not winning. It only takes a second. When you guys leave a thumbs up on my video or a comment, you just don't know how much it helps the channel. And personally, I read every comment, and I leave a little heart and comment when I read the comment. Not a heart and comment. I leave a little heart when I read them. And if you just take time to do that, look at there. Everybody's doing it. Tinfoil ain't chrome. What was I talking about? Okay, that's embarrassing. Thumbs up if you hear it. Okay, everybody hears me. This isn't the best computer. I don't have the best camera on this. But you guys tell me what I was thinking about, what I was talking about. Texas made it. Catherine's made it. I heard Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, did a video of the Eclipse. It's a good idea. He said he was right in the path of it, I believe. Oh, we were talking about a new logo. Yes. You guys would not believe how computer illiterate I really am. I am not good with graphics programs. I have a picture of me holding the 4 Yorkies, and I want to do it like a cartoon, like my other logo, and put it in the center of the Camper Van Kevin circle, the green and white one. I'm just not that advanced. I'm just barely good enough to put this show together. You'd think after 10, I'm self-taught. I didn't go to school to run a computer, to do videos. I just taught myself. Back in, what was it? 98, 99, I went to Office Depot at the end of the year, and I found the nerdiest guy in the store, nerdiest looking guy. And I said, okay, buddy, you got time to help me? He said, yeah, what do you want? I said, oh, no. He looked at me kind of funny. I said, pretend you got $3,000 to spend, and you're going to set up an office and a computer to run a business and to surf the internet. I want the best of the best. At $3,000. He's like, okay. He came. I said, you know how to do this? I said, nope. I said, instruction with it? And he said, yeah. I was like, I'll figure it out. My saving grace is that I was one of the best typists in typing class in my high school. There was one Chinese American girl in front of me. Her name was Sonia Cho. Buddy, I was fast. I was like lightning. Except Sonia Cho was always half a keystroke in front of me. I raced that woman, and we had the manual typewriters, right? And I'd hit it, and I'd sling that thing across, bam, and I could hear her just ever so slightly. I became a librarian, y'all. I became a fresh cleaner. Sonia Cho. I taught all the time, and my typing teacher is still alive back in Georgia. Her name is Jackie Herndon, and I thank her all the time, because without Jackie Herndon teaching me how to type, there's no way that there'll be a Camper Van Kevin show at all. Luckily, I was smart enough to figure out how to use the computer. When I first started the show, I was married at the time, and I was messing with the phone, and I asked my wife, I said, does this thing have a camera on it? She was in the kitchen. I was sitting in my easy chair. She says, here, let me see it. And she says, here. I said, that's a camera. Does it have a video camera? Here. I said, doot. I said, okay. I said, I think I'm going to be a YouTuber. She said, a what? I said, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. She says, well, I had never seen nothing you couldn't do. She was one of my biggest supporters, and Bill, my mentor, he got really excited about it. And Bill really pushed me. He says, you can do this, Kevin. You can do this, Kevin. 120 words per minute in him, we win. No, wasn't that fast. But that was pretty good. I wear out keyboards on my computers because I hit the keys so hard. But it's because I learned on a manual typewriter. Pat, 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 pat. Yeah, you don't want to be around me while I'm typing on a 428 people here on the show. You know, I didn't plan this at all. I got to thinking, I got in, me and the babies, you know, we got a bunch of acreage here around Vagabond now, and we go out and we walk every day. And I just got inside, and I usually do my live streams a little bit later. And I was like, you know, I just want to say hey to everybody. I know I put out a video this morning. You guys like it? Chris Hall says, since I am late to this event, I wonder why you have aluminum foil on your hat. Well, Chris, they say a lot of us conspiracy theory guys, we put aluminum foil on our heads to keep our minds from being altered by outside influences. So that's kind of where it started. Forever Fixin' from Tennessee. Dyslexics are poor typists. I've got a friend, Ken Fisher. I got a friend back in Georgia. His name is Charles Boggs. Now, Charles Boggs, we became friends at about 12 years old. He used to ride. I used to ride my motorcycle up and down the road to go see see all my family and friends and stuff. And I had a trail worn out up on the right of way, pretty good. And one day I saw a guy riding my trail on the right of way, and I went down, going to stop him. That's how I met Charles Boggs. He's on a CR80. I was on an XR200. Anyway, Charles Boggs was labeled not so smart and put in the special classes in school. Charles Boggs, one of the strongest people I've ever met. I've seen him pick up engines. I saw him put in a V8 engine in a van, picked it up with chains and put it in, picked it up, walked it in the frame, 16 years old. Okay, you've heard this story, Dexter. That maybe not everybody here has heard this story. Anyway, he was put in special classes because they thought something was wrong with Charles. Because Charles can't spell. He saw these videos, Hooked on Phonics. The man's 55 years old, right? The man can't spell. Spell check was the best thing ever happened to Charles Boggs. His heart is twice as big as his chest. And they thought something was wrong with Charles because he couldn't spell. Charles is like the handiest person I've ever seen. He's the person that could take apart a grandfather clock, right? Take it all the way apart, take everything apart, put it in a box, shake it up, throw it out on the floor. You come back in 30 minutes, Charles has got it running better than it ever ran before. I can't do that. I can't do that. He's still one of my best friends back in Georgia. I love him like a brother. Good man. Good man. He's a handyman, and he does a lot to help people. He's got his faults. He's about as much on time as he is a good speller. But he can fix anything. I don't know where I went with that. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just winging this. I just wanted to say hello. I just kind of felt chatty. We got 482 people here. May not be chatty, but they wanted to listen. Have I been fishing lately, says Susan Olson. No, but I hear that the trout are hitting over at Scott's Reservoir. Not, yeah. Or is it Sholo Lake? One or the other. My nose is running. Okay, I caught it. Hello. Whoa. He thought I was going to get up. What else? You the man. Sightseeing tours of the pups in the future. Troy, I suppose I could do a real. Who are you talking to? I got to go to Phoenix to pick up my gold wing. And my good friends Paul and Darcy down there. It's going to be Darcy's 60th birthday soon, so I want to be down there for that, and I want to pick up my gold wing. My trailer's down at Paul's as well. I want to pick that up. Then I may run down to Quartzsite for a minute. There's something in Quartzsite I got to do, and will Tucker be making an appearance? If you can see on the other side of this screen, you would. Hey, Tucker, come over here. You've been requested. Come over here. Sit beside Daddy. Yeah, I still got this curtain up. This was 25 degrees last night up here. Here's this boy. Come here. They can't see you laying down in the seat. This is why I Tucker had a handle. Who's that? Who's that monkey? You see the monkey? No. That monkey. Today, I was talking about Martini's legs trembling. She's got hip dysplasia. It's getting bad, y'all. Her hips are getting bad. I don't know where she's usually at my feet. I think she's gone to bed. I make her walk every day because it's not going to get any better. I've got her on glucosamine shoes and stuff. I'm fixing to put her on CBD oil. She's hurting. And Tucker's leg today, come on back. Tucker's leg today, I noticed it shaking. You know, he looks like, sorry, my table's shaking. Tucker looks young, but, you know, he's over 10. He's 10 and a half, 11. Tucker's not too impressed with himself. Yeah, we're all good. Hey, Susan, Parker, Australia made it. You guys survived. Has anybody heard what happened with the CERN? I forget, some kind of hadron collider. Thank you, Robert. Troy, it looks like people have been pretty nice so far. Yeah, we don't put up with stuff here. They don't even come here no more, hardly. Did anybody hear with the CERN collider today? You know, tinfoil hats aside, I don't think we should be messing with what they're messing with. If you feel the same way, if you don't think the CERN collider, we should be messing with that kind of stuff, how about give it the thumbs up if you feel the same way? Right? Say they're in search of the God particle. Well, let's just leave it with God. Let him handle it. Got a few thumbs up on that. I mean, some things we should just leave alone, right? I mean, isn't there more important things to do, to fix? Do you see yourself? He sees himself. They said something about 3 rockets into the eclipses, Paul. I heard that something, here comes the tinfoil. They were spraying something. Yeah, some things we should just leave alone. You know, trying to find all those creatures in the bottom of the, what's that trench out in the deepest part of the ocean? They're not bothering us. Leave it alone. CERN scientists admitted they were playing God. Yeah, what the fluff. They got that statue outside of that Greek, was it a Greek god of something? How much is gas in Arizona? I put in gas today, Debbie, in the camper van. All for us one. I think it was $3.80. Yeah, it's right under 4. Troy, are you in Tucson, or are you back up here? Troy Auger there, he's my neighbor. He helps me here on the property. Really good guy. I get some fresh eggs and stuff from him. Him and his wife, they live just down the road. What's up with those chemtrails? Yeah, I don't know. $3.80 in Idaho. Did you see the video of the Rhodes statue? Was that the one they had there at CERN? I did see a video about that. Don't bark up the wrong tree. Leave it alone. Yeah, leave it alone. Yeah, I went to Speedway today. It was 380. We got 525 people in here. We've been going 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I don't know. I just wanted to say, hey, you guys just catching up with us here. Could you take a second and give me a thumbs up? Also, if you watch my videos, please give me a thumbs up and comment on the video. YouTube algorithm, I am not winning. I don't want to say the words I am losing, but I've had a lot of people tell me that they were unsubscribed and said, Kevin, I'll get unsubscribed and I'll subscribe again. I'll get unsubscribed and I'll subscribe again. Hey, everybody, thumbs up in the waves. CERN trying to open a portal. Every time they fired up, something major happens somewhere. Then they shut it down and go dark. Well, what happened this time? What the fluff? They were supposed to fire that sucker up today. $6 in British Columbia. The God particle is for a false god, not the true God. Indian goddess of death and destruction. Female deity with multiple arms. Can't remember the name. I've seen that. Thank you, Carmen. You know, Natalie says, I checked and I was unsubscribed as well. Yeah. You know, I think at one time I was like around 72,000, 73,000. And now I'm around 69.8, 69.7, 69.8. So God's team says, I'm afraid what they did today will show up later and much stronger than before. Yeah. I truly believe there's a battle raging right now between good and evil, more than ever before. You can wear a full hat on that. You can take that, do whatever you want to with it. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. See, I'm a Christian, but what makes me a bad Christian is I really don't. I think people already made up their mind what they're going to do and who they're going to serve. That's a fault. That's a bad problem I have as a Christian. I do care, but I think people as adults, most people made up their mind, you know. I'm good going on 5 years. I love the way they talk. You wait for fur babies. Sheila says, we enjoy your update. Manley says, evil is no longer hiding. You got that right. Gosh, Hollywood is eating itself alive, right? We always knew it was bad, but gosh, the stuff that's coming out of there now. Hoo-wee. I believe there's a couple of actors that are wanting to start a non-woke movie production. I don't know if they have do that in Georgia or somewhere else, but they're talking about, not everybody in Hollywood's bad. It's just a lot of the bigger players, and they're wanting to start a non-woke production company. I think that'll go good. And look what's happened to Disney, right? I mean, you always kind of figured they were a little out there, even as a kid. Some of the stuff that came out, Devil's Tower and all the magic stuff, but boy, they just throw it out there now. Disney really shot themselves in the foot. I think they played their cards. They showed their cards too soon. Diane Weaver says, I gave away my TV because I couldn't take the woke stuff. Disney is broken. Have you noticed how, like, the family's torn apart on TV, like even commercials? I mean, marry who you want, date who you want, do what you want to do. I ain't your judge. But as far as me being a white Christian, right-leaning, conservative type person, you see how they're just mocked and made fun of on TV, ridiculed. Um, I don't know. And the family unit's all tore up on TV. Of course, it's tore up in real life too. I guess they're just reflecting what's going on. Patty says, "Love the hat. How you like that? I spent a nickel in about 5 minutes." Well, Rosie Script, love that Tim Allen's latest show. When I think about Hollywood making fun of white Christian right-leaning men, Tim Allen's the first one to come into my mind. The comedy, what's that, Home Improvement or like that? How he was just made the laughing stock the whole way, all the time. Jim said he heard he needed to wear protection when he was looking at the eclipse, so he put on a condom. That's using your brain. Yeah, yeah. Patricia says they've taken away the cartoons. Boy, I Foghorn Leghorn, Roadrunner Coyote show. My son quit watching. He get mad at me. We watch cartoons on Saturday morning because I'd watch the Roadrunner Coyote show, and I was just hollering and laughing so hard. It just that gets me. Foghorn Leghorn, Sylvester the Cat, all that stuff is just golden. Yosemite Sam, but Elmer Fudd. I guess too many guns, too much violence. I'd have never learned about classical music. It wasn't for Bugs Bunny. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, are you having fun, Kim Berlin? Beep beep beep. I saw a new truck today. It was a white Dodge 3/4 ton Bighorn, and on the back it had coyote splattered on the tailgate. Like he put on the brakes and the coyote run into the back of it. Brand spanking new truck, brand new sticker on the back. Hey, everybody, let's get involved here for a second. You know what I like? I like to do the thumbs up. I know some people are watching on TV, so get there in your easy chair, put your popcorn on one side, and put your drink over on the coffee table. And if you can't do the thumbs up on the computer, just do it. Just do it and go along, right? All right. Let's get it rolling. Dexter, you want to help? We're going to say rolling, rolling, rolling. Get them thumbs up, rolling, rawhide. Yep. Do you know how hard it is to do the Stallone voice? I've been practicing for weeks and it doesn't work. I don't know what I'm going to do. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Get them thumbs up, rolling, rawhide. Woohoo! Look at them go. Look at them go. Vicky says, we love your videos. Thank you. Been doing it, what, 10 years? 8, 9, 10? I don't know. Been a while now. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Get them thumbs up, rolling, rawhide. And you know what? People say, oh, you just use the dogs for whatever. This is how it is in real life. I'm doing this anyway. I just happen to get out of camera. Thank you, guys. I love you too. Yeah. Look at that. 506 thumbs up and 557 people at 40 minutes. What do y'all want to talk about now? This thing right here stuck to me like glue. I mean, if he wasn't on TV right now, he'd be in my lap. So I just think it's fun to have him on here. But he'd be with me anyway. This boy lost his daddy. And he was so sad. He was so sad. And his mama didn't know what to do. And then he got a new daddy. Dexter got a new daddy, and he loves his new daddy, and he got a brother and 2 sisters and everything. Gets to go places and do stuff. What a joy. What a joy, what a joy. People don't like me calling them content dogs. I guess it could be worse. Any new property updates? Bought a chainsaw, but hadn't got it put together. I got a bunch. I'm going to have firewood 5 years, 10 years. There's a bunch of really big junipers here. And met my neighbor down the hill. And he said that all these trees were just 20, 25 years ago were alive and beautiful and healthy. And he said mistletoe or some kind of fungus got in them. It's just killed a bunch of these trees. They're ancient. You've seen some of them here by my driveway. They're just ancient trees, and a lot of them's dead or dying in places. But I'm going to cut the dead out and leave it. How long will I be around? 10, 15, 20 years. I'd rather look at an old twisted up tree than a stump. Woo, thank you, Tea Time. Everybody being good, Troy. Everybody being good. Darcy. Somebody asked me how Felix was doing. Last I heard, he was pretty good. Fred, North Dakota says, how is Dexter's teeth doing? Well, he lost 4 across here and 4 otherwise, but he gets hair in his mouth. Boy, he won't let you do nothing with his mouth. And he's always trying to get it out. Are you kissing me now? So mistletoe is juniper killer. Well, it's in it, Russell. Jim says the rodents eat cars out here. They eat the wiring in it. My friend Carolyn, I expect her to come back this year, and she's cut out a lot of mistletoe here, but I didn't own the property that I have now when she was here, and it's going to be quite a project. But I do believe that I'm going to be leaving Vagabond Base Camp for a while. I've got some stuff out of state that I got to handle, take care of, and but I'll have people here at camp. A bunch. Yeah, I survived, Mike, thanks to my hat. Took a picture of the sun, and it had like a big circle around it here, but I didn't look at it. Tempting, but I didn't look at it. You love watching Rawhide. Jay Bird says I survived the eclipse. Not one zombie showed up either. But, what if it could? What if this time it was real? What if all the planets lined up, the CERN collider went off, found the God particle, split it in half, opened up the portals to hell, all these planets flipped the Earth, made the poles shift. Now Concho's sitting where Antarctica was. The fire, the skies light on fire. Could have happened. I mean, there was a time when it started raining and didn't stop for 40 days either. Nobody thought that happened. He tried to tell them. So you never know. Was lonely, depressed, and until I found my new puppy. Schnoodle 2.0 here. Good, Eileen. Camp looks good. Spots for friends. Yeah, I got a bunch of sites. Paul says, poor Carolyn's going to have her hands full. I tell her not to move a single rock, move a limb here. She does that on her own. She thinks it's fun. Linda says, hey, Dexter. Hey, Dexter. Linda said, hey. So, you know, yeah, I heard about hobo shoestring. That's too bad. Found him in a lake. What does it hurt? You 528 people. What does it hurt to have some supplies put back? It's just a matter of time before something does happen. You know, a lot of people attacking us on computers and whatnot, trying to shut down electrical grid, and there's a lot of really weird stuff going on. Bird flu, trains wrecking. You know, hey, there's Big Dog. Hey, Felix. 550 in the chat. Vitaly says favorite firearm, the one I can hit with. What does it hurt? Everybody say hey to Felix. He is Big Dog RVer on here saying yo. Everybody say hey Felix. Why not? Why not have some food put back? You know, they found that bird flu in one of the largest egg producing companies here in the United States. Whether it's a man-made virus or another virus, they're gonna cull all those birds. Should I tell you? Should I tell them, Dexter? I've been buying eggs and freezing them. If nothing else, they're going to double and triple in price. I eat 4 or 5 a day. Buy them at this price and freeze them up. Everybody saying, hey, Felix. Being a carnivore, you should really have a storehouse, says God's team. Yeah, you know, I bought $500 worth of meat the other day and filled up my freezer here in the RV, and I've already put a dent in it. So I don't know. Oh, I did my blood test. I hadn't even talked about that. Y'all want to hear about my blood work? My A1C is right at borderline 5.7. So I was pre-diabetic, and I think 5.7 is right on the line, but it went down 1 point. I think it was 5.8 to 5.7. My cholesterol, 260. My doctor's nurse called me and said, Kevin, all your blood work looks great, except your cholesterol is through the roof. She says, we've already called in 40 milligrams of this, that. And I said, is that a statin? She says, yeah. I said, I'm not going to take that. No way, no how am I going to take a statin? And so other than that, my blood work, she said everything really, really good. And my kidney, they said with one kidney, you're not supposed to eat too much protein. Not true. My GFR is 67. My urologist said that's almost as good as 2 kidneys. What were my other numbers? Let me think. My testosterone is kicking. It's over 600. I feel like I can pick up on this carnivore diet, I feel so good. I feel like I could walk up and pick up the front of a concrete truck full. I know I can't. But frozen eggs, you can peel, cut in half, and try them. They make pretty fried eggs too. I'll tell you something else I've been buying. Yeah, I listen to Ken Berry. Says I do too, Jason. And grocery shopping is so easy. When I buy my bacon at the deli counter, and while I'm there, I say, y'all have any beef fat cuttings? Well, yeah. It's like, I want a couple pounds. You want what? I said, I want your beef trimmings, your fat trimmings. It cost almost nothing. And I fry them up with my eggs. And when I cook my steaks, I put some extra fat down in the pan. Delicious. What about powdered eggs? I never found any Underdog. Relevant traveler says, how long you been on a carnivore diet? You just now catching up, huh? 1 year, 2 months, 3 months. Lost what? 30, 35 pounds. I'm off 2 blood pressure medicines. My testosterone, I take cream for it. My testosterone by itself bumps about 150. Okay, it's bad. With the testosterone cream, I think I was hitting around 4-ish, something like that. On the carnivore diet with the testosterone cream, I'm bumping 6.5. Like I said, I feel like I pick up a truck. Powdered eggs can be purchased on Amazon. Yeah, I've got some freeze-dried eggs, Underdog. That stuff's expensive. God's team says they never take into account the hand of the Lord of your health. They can't understand. Well, you know, I had a lot of people praying for me. I sure did. And everybody says, oh, you thank God, but not the surgeons. Well, no, it's a team effort. It's a team effort. Felix, don't you be giving Troy no trouble. He's got a wrench. He'll knock you in the head with it. Felix, I'm gonna be seeing you pretty soon for Darcy's birthday. I'm gonna come get that Lucille out of your yard. I missed my gold wing. I got the KLR 650 out today, fired up just like that. I let it idle for about 10 minutes, and I took it around the. They just scraped the road out here, and it's had a lot of loose gravel and stuff on it. I took it around. Thank you, Missy. Power goes out, you can lose all your food, says Menorah. Not mine. But I got a big freezer here talking about storing up groceries. Golly, I've been here an hour? Does it feel like 5 minutes to y'all? Is that quick? I need to buy like a half a cow and get it processed. Melody says she lost 70 pounds in 6 months on low carb and low sugar. PR Brookman says, okay, Kevin, I came in late. Was that his tinfoil? That's tinfoil, buddy. That's homemade. Darcy says she lost her wrench. Oh, gosh. Whoops. What'd you do with your wrench? I hadn't seen one nasty comment. There you go, Darcy. You ought to have that wrench again. Yeah, I love bacon too. I went and I had messy shrimp tonight at my local Mexican restaurant here. It's sausage and shrimp, and it's got corn and potatoes in it, but I don't eat that. But I'm guilty of eating 3 or 4, 5, 6 corn chips when I eat that meal, and that's really my only cheat. That's really my only cheat. With my property, I could run cattle. Darcy got the. Yeah, you know, I've been looking at how to fence it off, but with this cliff over here, I don't know. I got to do something because we're getting dogs coming in the yard over here. We had 4 or 5 dogs ran over here the other day. They were a bunch of labs. They were 60, 75 pounds. And they came in looking for trouble. They had their hackles up and everything coming out here for trouble. And we were in the RV sitting there watching them. And they had collars on them, so I didn't shoot them. I don't want to shoot nobody's dog. I don't want to shoot just a dog, period. But I can't let my dogs get hurt. And there was another dog here this morning, and he wasn't doing too good. He's kind of skinny, but he had a collar on him. You know, it's the country. I was raised in the country. I grew up on farms, and our dogs generally stayed at home unless there was a dog in heat. If there's a dog in heat, and all bets were off. But I don't want to hurt nobody's dogs. I wish people keep the dogs up. I keep my dogs up. You know, I can understand an accident, them getting out the door and going where they're not supposed to go, but you know, but I want to be a good neighbor and I want to get along with everybody. And you miss too much. Well, ma'am, you can just go and watch the rerun when this sucker's over. What we're going to do, you want to cut it off at an hour? We got 554 people here. We got 587 thumbs up. That means not everybody stayed for the whole thing. Yeah, I really enjoy bacon. You know what else is good? A pork belly. My butcher over in Snowflake. If you don't want the processed part, pork belly, and you get it and you fry it up in its own fat, sometimes put a little butter. I guess I'm not strict carnivore because I'll eat a tortilla chip. I mean, you couldn't, you know, all the tortilla chips I've ate in 14 months, you couldn't put in one bowl. I mean, one bowl, small bowl would hold them. But I put garlic and herb seasoning on all my steaks. And I use seasoning salt as well, but I like that garlic and herb. So I guess it's not, well, thank you for all the emojis there, Maria Schneinberger. If please comment over here, because I go back and I like to read them. Like, I'll wait 4 or 5 hours and I'll go back and read all the comments, and then you'll be able to comment on the video as well. Yeah, I ate pork rinds. I ate some today. That's like my go-to snack. But you got to be careful. You get the seasoned ones, which taste better. Some have sugar in them. And a lot of the new pork rinds seem like they just ground it up and extruded it and then fried it. And it's not like a real pork rind with skin on. I don't know how to explain it. Some are better than others. Yeah, the koi knives are nice, Central Coast Camper. You know, I told you in that video, the guy, when I bought that big koi knife, I wait till he shipped it. Then I asked him, I wrote him on eBay. I was like, you know, koi was my friend. Could you tell me, you know, where you bought it? Tell me anything about it, you know, so forth and so on. And well, when I bought it, I was like, I don't want to insult you. Just, my buddy made the knife. I'd like to have it. What's the least you'll take for it? He was asking $450, or no, he's asking $475. He said he'd take $375 in shipping, which worked out. You want down? Worked out right at $400, just a couple dollars. Anyway, I asked him, can you tell me more about the knife? And he wrote back a real hateful message that I gave you a great deal on the knife and I don't owe you nothing else. And I said that in the video. Well, when I was talking to him on eBay, I sent him a video. I said, this is the man that made the knife, and I was friends with him. And I said, I made the video. Anyway, long story short, he wrote me today and apologized. He said that he was real sorry that he answered me that way. And he said something about tequila, and he was real ashamed that he answered me that way. He still didn't tell me any more about the knife, but he apologized for being so hateful to me. And it kind of stung a little bit. I got mad for a minute, and then I threw it away. I was like, you know, I hadn't done anything wrong. I hadn't said anything. Whatever this man's problem was, he's back. Whatever this man's problem was, he had it before I talked to him. So I just threw it away. Choices: I made a burger with cheddar brats, meatloaf, zucchini, cucumbers. I make a mean meatloaf, but I like onions and jalapenos and all that's done. Yeah, we never know what someone's going through in life. I think he was selling a lot of his prized possessions. So I don't know, but the guy was having a hard time. It's, I've told people I used to have just a horrible temper. And so I still get mad sometimes, but I'm much better with it. Just trying to do right, be a better person. But I still get mad sometimes. So I'm much better with it now. So sometimes it was almost like a relief when somebody was nasty to me, then I could be nasty back. It's not like I just went around being mean to people. I just laid in waiting for somebody to be mean to me. And then now it's like, oh yeah, now I can let all that out. But not anymore. I'm not like that. I think my first thought is usually that, but if I give it a minute, then I can do better, be better. 533 people. We're at 1 hour and 1 minute. Hope you guys like my video I put out today about putting on that rack on the tracker. One guy said I put the back bar on backwards. I got to look. Y'all go back and look at that video, see if I put that back bar on correctly. It was in pieces when I got it, and it was in pieces when the guy sent pictures of it. So I don't know. It looked like it was right. D said, "Who filmed with me today?" Well, Tucker was there. Baby May was there. Dexter was there. Martini was there. All right. What we gonna do? Let's say bye. What is it? Monday night? Monday Night Football? Something else. Something's got to be better on TV than me, right? Something's got to be better. Wait a minute, Felix, did you do a 5-hour live stream the other night? Seriously, man, 5 hours? You don't have 2 darn words to say to me, but you could sit on when we're talking. I always give Felix a hard time. He's kind of quiet, but he gets on the live stream. He talks for 5 hours. Now me and Felix give each other a hard time. Y'all have fun? Yup. I get 1 word answer. Yup, says Felix. Yup. I did a 5-hour live stream, talked to everybody for 5 hours, and I said, yup, to Kevin. Okay. All right, you lazy boy. I can't stay on here forever. I bet a bunch of people came in and left, and a bunch of people has replaced it. Y'all want to do this? We do the thumbs up all the time. What else? What else can we do? What other emoji? Let's do the thumbs up again. We're gonna do one more thumbs up, rolling rawhide. You ready? Dexter's ready. Sing along with me. Rolling. Get them thumbs up, rolling rawhide. Look at them go. Rolling. Get them thumbs up, rolling rawhide. Woo! I got thumbs up, just rolling. Get them thumbs up, rolling rawhide. All right. You guys are fun. That's why I still do YouTube, because of y'all. I'm glad I still. People get mad at me, so you do this for money and whatever. Well, doesn't everybody go to work for money? But I do it for fun, and I do it for company. I do it to have something to do. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to try to be successful at it, or why do it at all? It kind of ruins the fun. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you see I'm wearing a different ring. I lost so much weight that my daddy's ring slipping around, sliding on my finger. And I had this ring. Let's see if I take it off. I've had this ring a long time, since I was about 22, 23. You'll see the shape of that. It was an artist in Athens, Georgia, that made this for a jeweler. I wore it for a long time. But when I got my daddy's ring, when he died in 2007, that my daddy's ring was promised to me my whole life. I quit wearing it. But I should be getting my dad's ring back in a day or two. Isn't that pretty? The sucker pretty? I talked to my dad's brother the other day, his younger brother, and my dad's ring came up. He said, "You still wearing Joe's ring?" And I said, "Yeah." They said they used to call him Diamond Joe with it. He used to do work at the DOT and did surveying. He said, "Yeah, all those men used to make fun of him for having such a nice ring, but he didn't care. He wore it anyway." Now I wear it. It was hard to give that to the jeweler. I sat there and I said, "Listen, I got a problem." I said, "I got my daddy's ring, been promised to me since I was a little boy. I got my daddy's ring. When he died, I was supposed to get it, and I got it." I said, "I done lost 30, 40 pounds." I said, "This ring slides all around." So I put something on it to keep it from sliding around. Well, now that's got loose. So I went to the jeweler and I was like, "You can't lose this ring. You cannot call me and tell me that this ring has been lost or damaged or whatever." I said, "It bothers me that I have something so valuable to me like that. It it's a weakness. I try not to let possessions possess me. I own my possessions. I don't want my possessions to own me. It has been that way before. Things owned me. But my daddy's ring, gosh, if somebody put a gun to my head and told me to give it to him, I say, just pull the trigger. Or if I could get it and swallow it, they'd have to cut me open to get it." And so I put this ring on because I miss it about every 2 seconds, you know. But they looked at it under a microscope and they said, "Kevin, it's a gypsy mount. Y'all go and look up solitaire gold gypsy mount on Google and you'll see my dad's ring, the style." And they said the gold around the top of that carat diamond, as they said, "You're fixing to lose this diamond." When I talked to them about sizing it, it's like, "I just don't know if I can leave it with you. I just don't know if I can." They said, "Well, if you don't leave it with us, this diamond's going to be out on the street soon." And I know this to be true because they warned my dad several times through the years. He was really hard on, he worked with his hands. And that ring took a lot of abuse and he had to have it serviced and fixed several times. But I miss my daddy so bad. If I lost that ring, a person shouldn't have something that's that important to them. That's, you should put all your treasures in God, in heaven, in your heart. But that's one thing that, anyway, I should get it back tomorrow. And that's my other ring. And well, that's that. Yeah, we got 472 people here. Y'all do a little show and tell? A little show and tell? Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to be away from the computer for like 15 seconds. Don't go get you a drink of water. Go take a leak. Whatever you gotta do, come right back. I'm gonna be right back. All right. Y'all talk to Tucker. He's right here. Don't y'all go. Don't y'all go nowhere. You can think about cutting this off, but you can't do it. But you can think about it. 10 of y'all left anyway. I'll remember that. So I'm 18 years old, and I've always admired my daddy's ring. So I was in Cornelia, Georgia, and there's this old jeweler downtown. Everybody knew him. I want to say his name's Walt. It's been 35 years. Old guy, nice man. And I went in and he fixed a watch for me one time. And I told him, I was like, I want to make my own ring like my daddy had. He said, well, tell me what you want. And he said, well, I said, my daddy's got a carat diamond solitaire. He's like, okay. I said, but I don't have a lot of money. But I want a ring that's similar. He said, okay. He said, I'll tell you what. He said, I'll start looking for you a diamond. He said, I got a couple here, but he said, I'm going to find you a real nice one. And when I find it, you find a setting for it, and we'll put it in. And he knew my boss. And I worked right up the street at Habersham Hardware in Cornelia, Georgia. He said, I know Paul. He said, tell you what, can you come up with a couple $100? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. He's like, then I want you to pay me every week. And when you pay me off, you can pick up the ring. I was like, okay. I'm a young cat, right? Well, he called me up and said, Kevin, I found a really, really nice diamond. He said, but it's only half carat. And he said, come on down here. Long story short, he found this half carat diamond. He said, this is a really, really nice stone, Kevin. It ain't showing up worth a nickel, is it? My other one showed up good. Let's see if I can hold it here. And I've had it since I was 19. I quit wearing it as well when I got my daddy's ring. I don't know. Just talking about rings, right? We got to talk about something. So I moved away from home when I was 16. I told him, me and my mama, we didn't get along. We struggled our whole lives to get along. She just died. We worked everything out best we could. And I left home when I was 16. I really didn't know how to do nothing, but I said, I can show up on time and I can do what somebody tells me to do, and I can work hard. And I moved away from home, and I got a house. Guy, he was renting out rooms in his house. He lost his job. And anyway, I moved in with a bunch of musicians in Athens, Georgia. And I worked at Del Mar Window Blinds in Athens, worked in the warehouse, worked 40, 50 hours a week, second shift, and took advanced classes in school. Felix? What, Felix? I'm on a live stream, buddy. You're on it. How? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to put you on here. We'll figure it out sometime, though. Okay, bud. If Felix says, well, split the screen, and I'll go on with you. I don't know how. I'll figure it out, and we'll do it, Felix. Sure will. Anyway, I've made my own way since I was 16. I've always worked hard. And this reminds me of the struggle. It's one of the first things that I got. And so It means a lot to me, you know. Okay. Let's stop this silliness. 490 people here. Y'all crazy. Y'all got better things to do. Go make you a tinfoil hat. You never know when they're going to start shooting laser beams at us and putting ideas in our head that we didn't put there. One more question. One more question. Y'all throw a couple out. We're going to talk. One more question. We're going to go. Be Freed sent a heart. Debbie Haskins laughed at me. Okay, a Red CVK fan. It's an awesome name, by the way. 10 questions. I can't do that. I don't watch Wandering Gypsy. Let's do something. I don't know how to invite Felix. If I could, I would. I got some options down here. Share a screen. What if I push this sucker and it... What if I push this share screen and it cuts us off? Why didn't aliens show up? Space lasers. Kick Lena be out. We don't have anything better to do than listen to you. Lena, I don't agree with the language, but I understand the frustration. Do I have any plans coming to the East Coast? I am going to be heading east in a month or so. I got business I got to handle. Don't touch that button, says Relevant Trial. I don't know what's going to happen if I hit share screen. I don't know what that means. I'm going to push it. Okay, all kind of stuff popped up on here I've never seen before. Yeah, we'll do that. Hey, it's Moose, Wandering Moose. What a great man he is, and a great friend over there in Parker. If you ever go to the Blue Water Casino or the Walmart over there, find Moose. Or John, everybody calls him John. John. I call him Moose. Coming to Texas. I'm going to come through Texas. I pushed it, Tonda Malone. Tonda Malone sent me the nicest care package for Dexter. She sent me a bunch of small clothes and toys and stuff. She's real big over on Campervan, on Patreon over there. Did you know you could join my Patreon for just $1 a month? We got a community over there, don't we, Tonda Malone, that just won't quit. I do special videos over there. You get to see your videos early. It's just $1. And boy, it helps out the channel. Yeah, very sweet of you, Tonda Malone. Yeah, just $1. I mean, if you want to, you know, most people do 5 or 10, but you know, times are tight. What, $1 a month? You can't buy a bottle of water for $1. You can't buy $1 for $1. Looking for that question. Too many commercials. I didn't make any commercials. GMV. Underdog says, I'm a supporter. Do I have any new merchandise, says Debbie Haskins. People wanting stickers. There's a problem, though. There's a reason I quit selling the stickers. I got to find another way to market them. $5. Wandering Moose says, I'm back at the casino now, Kevin. So you go to the Blue Water Casino and you go down there to the water on the weekends, down there at those picnic tables with the coverings and stuff. You'll meet John. Yeah, he's from Boston. He's a Boston hobba. Well, he just ate up with that Boston accent. Ate. John Moose is it. You are ate up with that Boston accent, and it's like butter in your ears. Good man. Well, thank you, Georgia. Tonda says, I need a sticker. That's fair enough. You keep reminding me. I've got some. I'll send you one. Everything you've done for me, I'll send you one for free. Yeah, the new logo will include a Dexter in it. I'm not good enough on the computer to do it. 460, 700. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. On says, cleaning up the house while listening to you, CVK. Your message on each video is comforting and heartwarming. God bless you, Kevin. Learning so much from you. Yeah, John, big Felix knows John. He's a good man, isn't he, Felix? In fact, Moose took me to the hospital in Parker when I was having that real bad pains. And he was at the hospital when I walked out, and they told me I had cancer in both my lungs and my kidney. He said, I walked in pain, and I come out white as a ghost. He sat there in the waiting room. When I come out, he said, I knew something was wrong. He said, he said, you were just white as a ghost. Yeah, you getting up there, Moose. That's all right. I think Eric does know how to do it. I need to talk to him. Gerald Dodger says, we fought off zombies, hoarders, and malcontents. It was touch and go there for a minute where he was at. Dr. Pfizer, the green in Martini's eyes is cataracts, so she can't hear or see well. She sees a lot better than she hears. Big gun guy says your tinfoil hat gave me one. Okay, come on, one question. We're going to go do something else. We'll go watch Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. I heard Pat Sajak's fixing to quit, and I heard that Vanna White, she quit, and Pat Sajak's daughter or something's doing the letter turning, or just pushing the button. You hear things. Is that a conspiracy? Was that the fact? I'm 54, Missy. I'll be 55 in May. We can do a better question. You don't have an accent. Everybody else does. Where I come from, we all sound the same. I dated a girl one time from, she was up from around New York, Boston area. She had that Boston hobba. I still, my favorite accent though is a slow Southern drawl from a pretty Southern woman. Reminds me of home. Felix, when he lived in Crawford with me, he didn't know who to use for an insurance agent. Yeah, I'm telling on you, Felix. There's a secretary worked at my insurance company. This girl was pretty, just that good country pretty, and flirt a little bit with her, but I wasn't real interested. But to hear her talk, I used to call my insurance people. Oh, hey, Kevin, I'll patch you through to Kenny Kellum. I was like, no, hold on a second. What's the weather like down there? Oh, it's this, and oh, it's that, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, ooh, keep talking, baby, keep talking. Well, I love a lot of different accents. Thank you, Jack. See the new property. So, so I was thinking about her voice. Felix, he walked in the door one time. He saw her. Big man, Felix. That's when he's real big. He walked in the door, and his jaw just dropped like one of them cartoon, like that wolf on the. Anyway, his jaw just dropped, and he just stood. She was pretty, y'all. She was pretty. I don't think Felix had ever seen a Southern belle, him being from Puerto Rico and New York. He couldn't talk. He couldn't speak. He could barely walk up to her, and he had the hots for her forever. Yeah, is he there? He says he was in love. Felix, you were smitten, smitten. Yeah, maybe it was the mask. Yeah, I like an Aussie accent. Yeah, yeah. What if she's listening? She's she's got her a man by now. If she didn't, then something else is wrong. She must be crazy loony, but oh, oh. Is my Southern accent still strong? Because I'm a well-traveled redneck, pretty well educated. I'm a fairly smart redneck, fairly well-traveled redneck. My accent, is it still there? I'm reading the comments over here. We're still holding 480 people at an hour and a half. Y'all crazy. Y'all still here? Go home. There's got to be better things on TV than Camper Van Kevin. Even the dogs done gone to sleep. Yes, Kevin. Hey, Julie, second account. You still can hear the accent? Bill, my mentor, he said, let's go to Atlanta. I said, where's Atlanta? He says, Atlanta. I said, Atlanta? He grew up in Hiawassee, up in the mountains of North Georgia. His daddy was a veterinarian up there. He earned it. And to hear Bill talk, he talk about bars and windows, like a window. He called them windows. And I got friends that I went to school with. Y'all think I'm country, right? I got some friends from Flatwood, Georgia that cut trees for a living. I'm like, man, I can't understand what you're saying. He'd get louder. I'm like, the volume ain't the problem. English, my friend. English, speak English so I can understand what you're saying. But big old heart, this big heart, do anything for you. I was lucky to come from a really good place in Georgia. And I'm lucky my parents sent me to a private school early on. And the reason I'm not as Southern talking as most of my friends is because I went to a Christian school, Athens Christian School, through K4, K5, up through my nose, hold on. And a lot of my teachers were from up north. And I got a real good start in my education. And I was always good at school. Things came easy. I just had to listen. I didn't crack a book. I had a little trouble this or that, but most of all, I was really smart and did well. And then when I started my business, bought my business from Bill, and he was training me and taking me around city to city, state to state, pressure cleaning buildings. I'm 19 years old, and we'd be 4 or 5 states away, and I'd start talking, right? And I could, I'm 19 years old, and I'm trying to convince a businessman to let me clean this 2 or 3 story building, right? And I'm like, how y'all doing? I'm all country and stuff. And I noticed right away that it hurt my business. So I fell back on that earlier education at the private school and how my teachers talked. And so I was able to tone down the country accent, but it still slips. But I'm not ashamed of where I come from. I'm not ashamed of being a man. I'm not ashamed of being white. Fact of the matter is, I'm real heavy Cherokee. Okay. I'm not ashamed of my political beliefs. I'm not ashamed of my religious beliefs. And I don't try to impose anything on anybody. Believe what you want to believe. Yep, learn to enunciate. Vicky, I had old Tucker here. The boy's asleep. Oh, gosh, he's lost some weight. Look, he's out. The boy's out. I love my babies. Yeah. Golly. Are you ashamed of the hat thing, though? Which hat? This thing? I might just leave it like this. I might just leave it the way it is. What are you trying to incinerate? Man, I want to sleep. I don't know why you're doing this to me. I'm a good boy, right? You're the best boy, Tucker. I'm going to tell you again. Y'all try to talk like Sylvester Stallone. Try. Go ahead. It ain't easy. I've been practicing. It ain't coming. It ain't coming easy. I've been using little clips of his voice over Dexter. I don't know what I'm going to do. The hat saved my life today. Adrian! Murdoch, I'm coming for you. See, it ain't happening. You did. I never told you that Bill, when he took me out on the road, he had two nicknames for me. He used to call me Sly because I looked like Sylvester Stallone in my 19 and 20s. I got that from several people. They said I look like Sylvester Stallone. Not anymore. He looks better than me at 70 than I did at 50, 55. One more story, and then we're out of here. This is ridiculous, y'all. Y'all have to have something better to do than this. All right, here we go. One more story, and I've told it before. And if you heard it, y'all go watch Wheel of Fortune. So I buy out Bill at 19. Okay. And he teaches me how to sell and how to pressure clean. Y'all are with me, right? And Bill used to be a trucker. This is my mentor, Bill. I showed his picture on my video this morning. Best friend of my life. Like a dad and a best friend and a brother all rolled into one. It's got to be the biggest loss of my life. I love the man. I still do. It hurts. I want to pick up the phone and call him every day, if not twice a day. So Bill's 55 years old, like I am now, and I was 19. So he made me drive because he taught me how to ride the interstates, traffic, pull in a trailer, how to find jobs, how to find places to stay. I got heck of an education. I learned so much with this man. But he called me Fred. He said, come on, Fred, let's go. Fred, park over there. Fred, do this. Fred, do that. And I'm all about nicknames, right? Y'all know where this is going. Y'all know where this is going? Fred. For 20 years, Bill's nickname, we get to driving. We get in the car. Pull over there, Fred. Do this, Fred. I said, my name's Kevin, not Fred. Why do you call me Fred? He said, I called everybody Fred. Bill was a hell of a salesman. Hell of a character. There's only one Bill. He was my friend and he was my mentor. He loved me and I loved him. So at RV base camp in Georgia, Bill got really kind of old to work. And I said, I got this tiny house. You come live with me. Bill lived with me for 8 years in that white vinyl-sided tiny house in Crawford, Georgia. So he loved to watch TV. He knew every actor. He was up on things. He knew, but he was big into entertainment. He liked all that Hollywood stuff. Well, good gracious, holy guacamole. Thank you. So I went out, and one of my favorite movies is Smokey and the Bandit. And I said, Bill, I got us a video. He said, what'd you get us? I said, I got Smokey and the Bandit. He said, oh, yeah. He said, that's one of my favorite movies, too. I said, it is. Oh, yeah. He said, I know where they filmed up here in North Georgia. He said, I met this person, that person. I said, I don't know if he ever met Burt Reynolds or not. Probably did. That was from the era. Bill was a playboy, a real playboy from the 70s. Gold chain, women, the whole thing. So we're sitting there, and he had a big screen TV. We're watching Smokey and the Bandit. Eastbound and down, dunna, dunna, dunna. We're going to do what they say can't be done. Right? We're laughing, cutting up, having a good time. Well, Burt Reynolds was a star, but the other guy in the truck that was hauling all that Billy's beer or whatever beer it was, Bush beer, I had to think. My mind ain't working. Had that truck with a mural on it. He had that, what kind of dog was that? Basset Hound? Right? So he's traveling with a Basset Hound. And they stop for something at a lake. And he opens that door, and that Basset Hound gets out and runs in the water. Y'all remember that part of the movie? Right? Tell me what that dog's name was. Tell me, right? Type it. Everybody type it right here in the comments. Tell me the name of that dang dog. Tell me. Sunrise to sunset. Got it. Fred. And I'm sitting there. I told you I was a pretty smart guy, but I missed some things. I missed it for 20 years. He called me that dang dog, Fred. And it got kind of quiet and uneasy in the room. I'm sitting right like a foot from him. He's in his office chair, and I'm in some kind of chair. It gets awful quiet. Time kind of stops. You know, you kind of breathe and go, whew, see the smoke in the room. And I look over at Bill. And Bill's sitting there, and he's biting his lip. Tears are rolling down his face. He won't look at me. And I cut the video off. I pause it. I said, Bill. He cut his eyes over at me. We must have laughed for half an hour. He'd been calling me 20 years, that dang dog. He said, I just thought it was fitting since we were traveling together that I call you Fred. I never heard him call anybody else Fred but me. He said he called everybody Fred. I just called everybody Fred. No, he called me Fred. He called me that dog for 20 years. Tears, just pouring, just pouring. And when he'd laugh, he'd try to hold it right, and his face would get real tight, and he'd turn red as a beet. That's about the best. He said, that's about the best I ever got anybody in my life. And he said, it's been going this long. That is the truth. That is a true story. I was called that dog from Smokey and the Bandit for 20 years. I'm sharing here, y'all. I'm sharing. Y'all feel the love. I share my life with you, the good, the bad, the indifferent. Y'all want to hear how I got him back? I might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I tell you what, I can cut you. Oh yeah. You think? Do you really think I'd let that go? Say it with me. You really think I'd let that go? Tonda says, I want to hear. All right. So Bill loved Hollywood. He was almost famous one time. We'll do that another time. Only thing that Bill loved more than Hollywood was he wasn't a gambler, but he loved the thought of winning the lottery. Right? Now, as smart and brilliant as Bill was, he was not computer literate. I almost missed the bus. If you knew how computer illiterate I am, you say, how does this man run a show? I don't know. I keep hitting buttons till something works. I was like, he called me up. He says, Kevin, he's getting too old to drive, right? He said, it's Friday night. He said, it's the biggest lottery Powerball there is. He'd get excited about it. I mean, he was just, oh, that was, He said, let me jump in the car and let's go up to a gas station and get us a lottery ticket. I said, all right. I've been planning. I've been 6 months maybe. Figured out. So, okay, Bill. Yeah, I'll take you. It was like, I don't know, 800-900 million. It's one of the biggest lotteries in Georgia that there was. I waited. None of this 200 million stuff, 300 million. No. I waited till it's the biggest jackpot in Georgia history. And I went up. And I said, you going to come in? He said, no, get mine. Yeah, I'll pay you back. I said, all right. I said, you want it on my ticket or you want a separate ticket? He said, I want my own ticket. I said, okay. I said, you got your numbers? He said, no. He said, no, just do a quick pick. I said, all right. So I went in, and I'm not one that puts in $10. I just buy one ticket. And I still do this to this day. I pretend that I'm rich. I pretend I have the winning ticket in my wallet every day. I spend $2 a week to feel rich. I've got lottery tickets. I got 5 in my wallet I hadn't checked because I pretend I hit, and I just hadn't turned in the ticket. If you want to know how to feel rich, that's how Camper Van Kevin does it. Well, that, and I got great friends, of course. But monetarily, I just feel like I just pretend I have the winning ticket all the time. So we pull up right in front of the gas station person register. Right there. Pull right up to the window. He's right there. He's right there. Bill is watching me. He might be old, but he's astute. So I go in. I'll say 2 tickets, please, on separate tickets. Quick pick. All right. I have my phone out. And I have it right here. And when I turn around, I put my back to Bill and I take a picture of the 2 tickets. Put it in my pocket. I go sit in the car. I throw 2 up. I said, pick you one. He picks one. Yeah. I wait the next day, about 10, 11 o'clock. Bill calls me up. Oh, come on, Martin. Tina, it's just going to take 1 more minute. Martin, give me just a second. He calls me up. Kevin, you got the numbers? Yeah, Bill, I'm doing something right now. Can I give me about 15 minutes and I'll call you back. I waited a half hour. I'm out milling around in the yard. Kevin, did you get those numbers? Oh, let me go in the house. I'll call you. So I just looked at my pictures on my phone, and it's pretty obvious to know which one he had and which one I had. Yes? Okay. So I knew the numbers on his ticket because I took a picture. I did it just a flash. Never saw me do it. He never saw me. And you just didn't pull nothing over Bill. You just couldn't pull nothing over him, but I got him. I said, I'll read you off the numbers. And I read them out of order from his ticket, but I read I said 15, 41, 20. Made him wait a little bit. 16, and I talked to the dog a little bit. This Powerball of, hold on a second, 3. Dead silence. Dead, just deafening silence on the other end of the phone. I said, Bill, you got him? I got to go. He said, whoa, wait. He said, read those numbers again. I said, Bill, I got to go. He said, just read the numbers again, Kevin. I read them out of order again. And he said, I think he could hardly talk. You need to come over here to the house. He was right behind me. I said, okay. For 10 minutes, Bill thought he was one of the richest people there was. For 10 minutes, Bill thought he was $900 million richer. And he sat there and talked about the trucks he was going to buy, big rigs he was going to buy, RVs he was going to buy. Oh, he went on and on and on. He was the happiest man in the world. He just went on and on and on. And I just fanned the flames. I said, a red one, a blue one, you gonna have leather inside of it? Red carpet? Oh, yeah, boy. I said, well, I'll take you to Atlanta. We'll go up there, and we planned everything. That 10, 15 minutes, we planned it all. Yeah. Y'all know where this is going, right? Mm-hmm. And I just started smiling at him. He talked, and I just smiled. I got real quiet. He talked. And then he noticed I was smiling a little bit too much. He said, what? I smiled. He said, I didn't win, did I? I said, I don't have one word for you, Bill. What? I said, Fred. That's my story. I love all you guys. Thank you for being here for way too long. Hope you enjoy my videos. That's right. Payback, Bill. Then he went off and died and left me. I'll see him again. He's waiting on me, y'all. He's waiting on me. We got a lot of catching up to do. Love all you guys. I'm out of here. No long goodbyes. I give God the glory for my life. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Couldn't do this without all of y'all. Please watch my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please join my Patreon. Please join my Camper Van Kevin Facebook. I'm out of here. We gone. Get in the truck, Fred.